Welcome to a coffee chat in a van. This is a little series of videos that I have been doing that are just about us sitting down and having a little chat about a variety of topics. And it occurred to me that I probably should have been keeping track of the number of these. I could have named these, coffee chat 1, 2, 3, and on up. And I didn't think about that until just now. So I don't know what number coffee chat this is, but I've had a few of these. And like I said, they're just intended to be a chat where we just sit down and talk about a variety of subjects. Today, I thought I'd talk about a subject that, I probably should have brought up a while ago, and that is my rather strange reaction to caffeine. But before we get into that, I just thought I would talk about my current cup of coffee. This is a coffee chat anyway, so I do have a freshly made cup of coffee here. And this coffee is from one of my favorite coffee producers. This is made by a company called Groundwork, and I found this on sale. This is a full 1 pound bit of coffee, and because of that, and because it was on sale, it ended up being a fairly good price for premium coffee, which this is. Groundwork is one company that I found is incredibly reliable. They always make a really good, consistent coffee no matter what it is, and they have quite a few different coffees to choose from across their lineup. This is one of their light roast coffees, and so that's why I picked it. Of the ones that were on sale, this was the only light roast, and so I picked this one. And it is quite good. I normally like Central and South American coffees. That's kind of my thing. At least it has been in the past. I have branched out. Historically, my favorite coffees have always been from Central and South America. And drinking this reminds me of why that is. Just a really smooth, nice, balanced cup of coffee. And I really do like a light roast of coffee, and I was looking for a light roast. I mistakenly bought a bag of a dark roast coffee, and I wasn't liking it so much. I might do a review on that at some point, but I don't like to talk poorly about companies. So if I get a bag of coffee that I don't really like, and if it's just my preference, if I don't like it just because of my preference, I don't really want to say anything bad about that coffee, and so I've kind of held off on doing a review on that other bag. I'm looking at it over there on my shelf. It's actually incredible quality coffee from a different California coffee roaster, and I really like the company. I really like what they're about. I just don't like dark roast coffee. Okay, so to get into my bizarre kind of reaction with caffeine, I need to kind of fill you in on a couple of things. One is that I normally tell people that I drink two things. I drink coffee and I drink water. When I first get up in the morning, I quite often just drink water. It's the first thing I reach for. In fact, I keep a Clean Canteen double insulated stainless steel little jug here for water. I keep this by me at all times. This goes in my backpack if I'm out walking around or on a hike. It also sits right by my bed, and I use this quite often. I have several little canteens like this, stainless steel canteens like this, but this one happens to be my favorite because it has stickers from friends of mine, and unfortunately my Timothy Keller Van Dweller sticker has kind of faded away, and my Weirdos Unite sticker is kind of fading away too, so which is not nice. Those are two friends of mine, and I like seeing their stickers on my mug here whenever I drink, and because I use this and have this with me all day, it's kind of like having your friends around and reminded of your friends often, and so maybe I'll have to get some new stickers at some point. So I bring up talking about drinking a lot of water because I do drink a lot of coffee, more than most people, I would say. I probably drink in the neighborhood of 6 to 8 cups a day, and I do drink coffee right before I go to bed every night. So those couple of things draw some red flags with a lot of people, and they ask me, how is it that you can drink coffee right before you go to bed? I've also mentioned in the past that I don't always drink coffee in the morning as soon as I get up, because I normally drink water first thing when I get up in the morning. I think that's important, to drink water as your first thing you do in the morning and stay away from coffee. I'm not here saying that coffee is a health drink of any kind, but that has caused people to wonder why that is. Most people drink coffee for that caffeine kick in the morning, and the fact is, I don't have a kick from caffeine. I don't ever remember having a kick from caffeine. As far back as I can remember, even in the days where I didn't really like coffee, but people told me to drink it because it would wake me up in the morning, I never found that it gave me a jolt, and never found that it woke me up in the morning. As far back as I can remember, that's been the case. Now, I have some friends who are in the natural health field, so they're naturopaths and nutritionists and things like that, and they tell me it is because I've drank so much coffee over the years that I have ruined my adrenal system, and if I would just stop drinking coffee for a number of weeks or months, coffee would then give me that jolt that so many people need and like in the morning. Now, I don't doubt that what they're telling me is true. They know a lot more about health than I do. I drink coffee because I like it. But I don't think I really want to go down that road of giving up coffee for a few weeks or a few months. Like I said, I like coffee. I like the taste of it. And so I drink it in the morning, I drink it in the afternoon, and I drink it at night before I go to bed because I like the taste of it. There are times, though, that I stay away from coffee. If I'm feeling sick, I won't drink any coffee. If it's hot out, I won't drink coffee. Quite a few times if I maybe oversleep and it's a little bit warm out and I just don't feel like turning my stove on and creating a bunch of heat, I may not make a cup of coffee all day, or I may wait until the evening, until things get cooled down outside before I make a cup of coffee. I never get a headache. I never feel like I'm going through withdrawal. And so that has kind of left me to just drink coffee when I feel like it. Coffee's kind of a comfort food for me, and so that's when I drink it. If I'm feeling stressed, if I'm feeling down, if I'm feeling happy, that's when I have a cup of coffee. So pretty much I drink coffee whenever I want to taste the flavor of it. And it's also why I try lots of different coffees. I like a lot of variety in coffee because I'm not drinking it for the caffeine jolt. I'm not getting a caffeine jolt of any kind, and so I'm drinking it purely for the flavor. And so that's why I kind of jump around and try lots and lots of different coffees. I like the flavor of coffee, and I like tasting all the different varieties of coffee, and so I tend to try lots and lots of different coffees frequently. I go back to my favorites when I feel like I want something extra comforting, but I really like to try different kinds of coffee, different styles of coffee. But as I pointed out earlier, one thing that I've realized is I like a light roast of coffee, and I think that that's because I'm drinking coffee for the flavor of it, and a light roast coffee has much more nuanced flavor. And so that's why over the years I've stopped drinking real dark roast coffee, which is what I drank when I was a teenager, and right up through my 20s and 30s I drank dark roast coffee. I wanted the darkest stuff I could get my hands on. And I've changed to drinking light roast stuff because I've found that there's more flavor in it, pure and simple. So that's it. That's my kind of bizarre reaction, or maybe I should have been saying my non-reaction to caffeine is I just don't get a caffeine jolt at any time, and I never get a headache if I don't have my daily cup of coffee. I do miss it though, and so it's very unlikely that I will go a whole day without having a cup of coffee. I like the flavor of coffee, and so I'm going to keep drinking it even though I'm not getting a jolt from it. Thanks for watching, everybody. I really appreciate it.